Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest has not only been in one of the hottest boy band groups you ever seen in my life.
That's right. Appreciate that intro. Take it over. Yes, the hottest boy band in the past 10 years. Mindless Behavior, but now doing his solo thing. You can call me Princeton. You can call me Chulo, as in Papi Chulo. You know what I mean? It's yours truly, me.
Can you guess who's invited? Different week, different topic. Yo. It's a vibe. Every time. Hey. Come get you a taste that creators buffet. Can you guess who's invited? Different week, different topic. Creators buffet.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, we got Princeton in the building.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Did you like that vibe?
That was a vibe.
It was a vibe?
That's a vibe.
Every time.
I need that.
You see, that's why you came to get a taste of Creators Buffet.
Listen, I'm there.
Bro, I've known you for a decade.
Yeah.
Over a decade.
Yeah.
How you been? Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's been good. These past 10 years, like, I don't know, like, time just be flying. So I don't even remember a lot of, like, it was just going so fast. You just showed us, like, an interview we did 10 years ago. Like,
RichLaru. That's when you had all the like, bro.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody with so much hair in my life.
me either. I'm so glad I cut that.
Why? That was a vibe. Do you
It
know
looked
what I
great.
would do if I
It
could
looked
get that?
great, but like handling that was not a good. And also too, like growing up, like during meet and greets, like girls would come and like pause. They would like put their hands and they have like not long nails. You know how many times girls like nails would get caught in it, or they would hug me and their earring would get caught in like my curl. It was a lot. I was like, I gotta cut it off.
See, that's lone people hair problems. I would never know.
You should try it.
So you got jokes, bro? Princeton, I'm a little old. My hair don't grow like it used to.
You don't. I never said how to be your hair.
I mean, but what's funny though, because I grew my hair after, I didn't have hair then, right?
No.
So once I grew my hair, I now know what it feels like to have women just play in your head. It feels so good. It
feels great, right?
It's like the most soothing thing on the planet, man.
But also too, like I don't think I could pull off like a buzz cut.
Shoot.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so. So be blessed that you can do both.
You know what?
I'm just gonna keep these curls the way it is until it LeBron's on me. And just,
Let's go, my guy.
Yeah.
Well, let's get right into it, man.
Yeah.
I should've known.
First of all, how's your mental right now? How you feeling today?
My mental is good. Going into this new year, like 2022 was such a eye-opening year for me personally that now I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'm living in what I prayed for last year. So I'm just enjoying life right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Getting right into things real quick,
Yeah.
man. We had a conversation the other day, and coming up with the title for this show
Yeah.
is called After My Success, I Forgot to Live.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Or
I forgot to live after
Yeah.
my success.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We had a good conversation.
We did, man. What does that title mean to you?
Man, it just means when I hear it, it's just the missing piece in my life. We were going, and then I've been making like, you know, my solo music and doing my acting stuff, and I felt like I was able to do it just because I practice so much, and you know, there's just some things that just a talent in me that I can do, but I wasn't able to really relate to a lot of people. And like the music that I was making wasn't really hitting people's hearts the way I wanted it to, or the movies that I was trying to study, I couldn't really understand them. And I realized like the missing piece of it all was like, I haven't even lived life yet. I'm like, I'm 26 now. At the time, I'm like 24. And I'm like having these conversations and these studio sessions, and like, they're like, oh yeah, our first heartbreak, the normal things that people go through that I've never experienced. So I realized like, oh, I need to just I gotta not wild out, but I need to kind of just live a little. And so I made it a point in 2022 to just like, just live life and see what it came. And it really took me on a ride.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning of your career, your journey. Yeah. What inspired you to become the showstopper that you become today?
Honestly, bro, it's just like when I was a young kid, I knew at a very young age like what my purpose was and what my gift was and my passion. I just wanted to like be like a star. And also too, you know, I grew up in a full Mexican family, and I'm the only mixed one in my family. So I feel like mixed kids and I look completely different than everybody in my family, that I'm kind of already like the oddball out. So I felt like, you're either going to use that to your advantage and be like, well, since you're looking at me, I might as well sing for you, dance for you, or you're going to, let it stop you. And I never let it stop me. I just was like, I'm already going to be the one in family photos that look so different. I might as well keep that intention on me. I'm going to sing for you, dance for you, act for you. And I just kept it going.
What do you enjoy most?
Honestly, ooh.
Singing, dancing, acting.
Probably, I can't answer that.
Oh.
I could give you the order.
Okay, let's go.
It would be like singing, acting, dancing.
Okay.
Dancing because I've been doing it the longest, so it's just like, but like, I love the process of making music, and like studying music is my favorite thing to do. That's why I named myself Princeton at like 8 years old. My manager, Keisha Gamble, was like, man, because I'm constantly watching documentaries and reading books and biographies on artists and how they got to where they are and their struggles. It makes me feel less alone. And she was like, man, if you want an artist, you'll probably go to Princeton studying something. And I was like, we're going to keep that. Yeah, so I like the process of like studying music and acting.
Wow. So not to really like switch gears just too much, but
yeah.
Explain to the guests what what chokehold?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Let's talk about that. What is that?
I was 8 years old. Remind you, bro, like at 8 years old, I was the kid that was like, by 10, if I don't have a certain amount of money, I need to move out the house. Like, I'm going to be a failure at 10. I was that kid, just paranoid about everything. So at 8, I was going on auditions every day. Like, every day. And at that time, I had booked a couple, like, Gap commercials and McDonald's commercials. And Gym Class Heroes was looking for, like, a young dancer. And I auditioned, and I got it. It was my first time on a music video. And that music video set me off for the rest of my career.
So at what part of your life, at what age did you like fully decide like, yo, I'm going to take my career to the next level. This is what I want to do.
It was right after that. Right after I did Cupid's Chokehold, Keisha Gamble and Dave Scott, they had did B2K. And it had been maybe 10 years. And they were trying to do a new like urban group. Because at the time, it's for us, it's like it happens every 10, 15 years. Wow. Where it's like the new urban black boy band that's like out. And they had like the Jonas Brothers and B5, but they didn't have that group. And Keisha was like, she was watching MTV and saw me on Cupid's Chokehold and told Dave, if I can find him, I'll start the group. And it just so happened that I had known Dave and I lived 5 minutes from Keisha. So They made me audition and I beat out like 2,000 boys.
That's crazy. How'd that make you feel?
I hate auditioning.
Really?
So nerve-wracking. Because my insecurity at the time, I'm thinking everyone can sing better than me. Everybody can dance better than me. Everyone looks better than me. I just was like, booking at that time is hard for a young kid, especially when they're looking for a specific look or something. Like, it's rare. And when I went, you had to sing a song and dance. And They said, we'll call you in 2 weeks if you made it. They just kept, it went from 2,000 to like 20 boys that day.
Wow.
And they were like, we'll call you in 2 weeks if you made it. And by the time I got home, they called and was like, okay, there's this group called Mindless Behavior we're going to put together, and we want you to be the first member. But the only thing is he's going to have to be homeschooled. And at the time, I was being bullied. I'm like, get me out this shit. I'm like, homeschool and I get to live my dream? I'm like, I'm out. But I moved out the house at 9. I moved out, so I didn't see my mom or nothing. It was a lot, yeah.
Did your mom support this dream?
Yeah. I'm an only child. So
wow.
My mom was really hesitant, but like I said, I was that kid that was like, I need to make it by 10. Like, I need to be somewhere. And she knew how much I wanted it, so I moved out at 9.
Wow. You sound like my guy, what was that? Ray Real. He came on the show and he talked about that as well. He had no fear. He just went after it.
Yeah.
He's a super dope music producer, and he literally was like, I just went. He let nothing stop him.
Yeah, you can't.
How does one at that age have, how do you have that at such a young age?
I mean, a lot of it is being a little naive, I'm being honest. Like, I didn't know how much work it was going to take. In my mind, I thought, join the group, record a song, put it out, become famous. But they put us in boot camp for 4 years. The beginning was crazy because we were in, boot camp. But no, when we say boot camp, it's not like rehearsals on Tuesdays and Mondays. So we were homeschooled, we didn't see friends, we didn't celebrate holidays, no birthdays. It was just wake up, it was like with the boys, it was like eat as a group, sleep as a group, sing as a group, dance as a group. Make us, at the time, MySpace was like really big.
Wow.
They made us like make our own cards and go to the mall, come back and like make sure we had 100 signatures and people to follow us. It was a lot. It was a long 4 years. Group changes. Like I was in it. It was two other boys that people don't even know about. And then it was the original. And we would spend 8 months understanding how to spin.
Wow.
Like it was a lot, really a lot of boot camp. Studying B2K. B2K would come in and like tell us, because we were in the same house that they got developed in. Same couch they slept in, same everything.
Wow.
So it was once that happened, I was like, ugh, I miss home.
What else was the birth like of Mindless Behavior?
Honestly, we were so sheltered, bro, that we weren't allowed to have social media. So in our minds, it was like we were in our garage on a Tuesday, and then by like Thursday, we were like had the #1 record on 106 in Park. But we didn't see nothing. We didn't know we had fans. Like they really had us sheltered, so we didn't get caught up in this whole world because this industry is crazy,
Facts.
and that noise is loud. That noise, if you know what I mean, that noise is really, really loud. So Keisha really sheltered us from that noise. So she would just do stuff like, I remember the first time I really realized that Mindless Behavior had gone there was, we didn't know what 106 in Park was. And she was like, okay, we're going to do a rehearsal right now, but there's going to be like an audience, a fake audience. So just like rehearse as if it's the real show. And we're like, okay, welcome Mindless Behavior. We did it. And she's like, perfect, that was live. That was the real performance. Okay, let's get back in the bus and go home. And we were like, oh, those were our fans? She was like, yeah, they know our songs. At the time, we thought we were the only people that knew our record. She's like, no, the record's been out. It's top 10 right now. Like, we were so sheltered away from everything, but it kept us, like, as a group, it kept us really, tight, and we didn't get caught up with the noise.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was, like, the birth of Mindless Behavior, was just, like, getting put out there and just doing our own thing.
Even at that age, even though you were so young, how do you remember living life compared to what you know now? Like, was it just strictly work?
It was just work. It was just work. Maybe once here and there, we were still kids, so, like, they would let us, like, I don't know, like, for us, like, going to Dave & Buster's and, like, having off days like that was fun. But honestly, like, since we were working so much and our off time, we had school, fun days was, like, seeing our parents.
Wow.
Like, if we had a day off, we were like, we don't want to have fun. We want to go hug our mom and, like, go have a fun time. Like, those were, like, the things. I remember, like, looking forward to, like, seeing my mom. Like, oh, it's been a year. I remember we had opened up for Bieber for a whole year. And, like, when that tour was over, they gave us a couple weeks off. And, like, everyone on the tour was like, what are you guys going to do? Go on vacation? We're like, no, we're going to go see our family. Like, we're going to go catch up with our friends and family. So I remember it just being a lot of work.
What was your most memorable moment with the group?
Oh, performing at the White House.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Mm-hmm. Mindless Behavior was the first black group to be invited to perform at the White House.
I think I do kind of remember that.
Mm-hmm. Obama's daughters, Sasha and Malia, were Mindless Behavior fans, so they invited us to perform.
Wait, did we? I feel like we talked about that.
Probably, yeah.
That, like, this sounds so... God, it's been so long.
Yeah. And after that, he invited us 2 more times. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that's the most memorable, like, meeting Obama and him, like, invited us to his house, the White House, and, like, him being cool. That was, like, the most memorable. Like, we'll never be able to get that back.
If you could change anything from that time growing with what you know now, what would that be?
Oh, from what I know now?
Yeah. Like, if you can go back in your career as you were starting, when you didn't know anything, you didn't know how much control you had. I mean, it sounds like you didn't have too much of any, but
Right.
would you change anything?
That's easy. The only thing I would change personally for me was I probably would have spoke up more when it came to singing. I was so scared. Like, I was so intimidated by the boys at a time, and I wasn't like a natural singer, so I just was like, if I don't say anything, I'm cool. Like, I'll just shine in other ways. But now I'm so much more confident. I'm like, damn, it took me all these years. I probably would speak up more. And besides that, nah, I wouldn't change anything.
Wow.
It wasn't that bad.
I should know.
When did you realize that you was not living?
Oh, like last year.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought, oh, I've lived. Like, in my mind, that was living. And then when I would talk to friends, and they always made it seem like, oh my God, no, you don't want to experience what we're experiencing. Like, that's what we want. I was like, oh, cool, I got it. But then the beginning of last year, or the ending of 2021, I was making music, and like a friend of mine was like, "It sounds amazing. It sounds great, but like, have you really experienced that?" And I was like, "No, I don't really know what I'm singing about. I know how to like, I know how to convey it. I know how to like, sing it, but I don't really know what I'm talking about. It just feels good because it feels good." And she was like, "Oh yeah, you haven't lived life." Like,
Wow.
I was like, "Yeah, I need to live life a little." And she was saying all these things that are like that teenagers do in their high school years that I've never done.
Wow.
Go on like a real proper date, football game. I mean, road trip to the club, get drunk maybe, go, just things that people go through. I never experienced none of that before. I was very naive in that.
What was life like for you when you turned 21, when you're actually legal to do something, to do everything? What was that like at 21?
Honestly, it was the same as my teen years. Yeah, because we were so accustomed to a certain schedule. This is how you're supposed to walk, talk, eat, which was great because it kept me out of a lot of trouble. I will say that. Me having that upbringing from Mindless kept me out of so much trouble. But also, too, it's like, how are you going to learn if you don't fuck up sometimes?
So you didn't even have time to make mistakes on your own.
No, on my 21st birthday, I think I had like a drink. I was like, cool. Woo-hoo. Okay, back to work. Wow. Back to staying focused. Which I'm still like that. That's just something that's never going to leave. But making mistakes is like the biggest blessing I could have done.
What's the biggest mistake you've made in your career?
In my career?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even.
If you could think of anything.
Oh, it's not a mistake, but it's something I stand by. I was really rebellious in the group. If they said go left, I made a sharp right just because. I'm a Taurus, I'm a bull. I'm like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do what I want. Like, just dumb things, like causing problems on tour because, like, they would be like, okay, we're going to do in-ears. The colors are gray, black, and white. And I'm like, cool, I'm getting pink. They're like, why? Because I want to. Like, just why? Why, Prince? Like, so many drugs. So I was going through my emails the other day for New Year's, like, cleaning it out. And I was looking at some of the emails they were sending my mom. And they were like, Princeton is rebelling again. He does not want to wear the shoes that we gave him. He wants these Converse. I'm just like, why? I had so many meetings because I just was like, I'm going to dress how I want. I felt like if I could have just, like, we were so, not controlled, but we were a brand. So in a way, I kind of was like, I need to find who I am on my own. You know?
And do you believe now you found who you are?
Yeah, hell yeah. Now I know who I am.
Who are you?
Princeton is that nigga. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Princeton is a funny, talented, charismatic, family-loving, workaholic, a little perfectionist, a little narcissism in him, but humble, focused, driven, spiritual child of God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's who I am.
I love that. What are some of the things that you do now to work on yourself?
Journal a lot. I journal a lot. Read books. Meditate. I've never had a problem with meditating. And also, too, not overthinking. I've had a really bad problem with overthinking a lot and making up assumptions and doing stuff. And also, too, bro, like when you start dating, that's changed my whole life. Dating, being in and out of relationships and doing all of that, that really changes your perspective. Because what tends to happen is like being in a relationship, when you go through that, you then take what you learn from that and put it into your business. And it changed how I talk to like my team, talk to my family, my friends. It's really changed everything. 2022 was like the best and worst year ever.
Wow. What did 2022 teach you?
Oh, 2022 taught me that that I'm not perfect the way I thought I am supposed to be.
Ooh.
You know, that I'm gonna mess up, and that's cool. It's just so now, like, I always live in a model. Like, okay, this is the model of the year. And this year is like, I'm living in my lessons. I learned so much in 2022. I'm just living in it now. I'm like, I've experienced it. I know how to maneuver it. Let's go. Yeah.
So now you focused on music?
Yeah, and acting. Acting's been really taking off too, surprisingly. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to like get as many auditions or book some of the things that I'm booking. I was not expecting that.
Why not?
Because growing up in the group, you know, acting wasn't never our focus. I was taught that it was like music, but also too, like I wanted to be an actor before the group. That was my thing. Like I wanted to be on That's So Raven so badly. Like that was like my goal. I was like, once I make it there, I made it. But then music just ended up taking off. So I just focused on that. But then 2022, I was like, wait a minute, I can explore those things that are in me. Like, and also too, what I had to do was like, I had to literally say, what if Mindless Behavior never happened? I had to take that part out of my life and be like, who was Princeton before that? And Princeton wanted to act, Princeton wanted to model, Princeton wanted to do music. So now I'm like, okay, don't let MB distract me from what I really wanted to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
So speaking about music in that space, is if you can perform with any artist, living or deceased, who would that be and why?
I would want to perform with Bobby Brown. Yeah.
And why is that?
Because I really thought I was Bobby Brown in Mindless. He was rebellious in New Edition. He was on a whole nother level. I wasn't like that. But I always respected that. I'm like, he knew who he is. He's going to do it no matter what. He's a performer. And, you know, Bobby was a performer in New Edition. And that's my strong suit, is being a performer. And so he's a big inspiration. And John Lennon.
Okay.
For another reason.
Who's your favorite R&B artist right now?
I'm going to get so much hell for this.
All right, top 3. But even when you say it in order, you still gonna get the heat.
Personally because I just love her music. She's eclectic though. I love SZA. SZA is so dope because I'm telling you, bro, I liked SZA years ago from her Control album, but I just like because it made me feel good. Now that I've experienced like heartbreak and relationship, now I can listen to it from a whole nother perspective. Like I understand now. So that's the first album I listened to after like all that. SZA, I'm always gonna say Usher.
Big facts.
Always. He's in my top 5.
Easy.
Always. And third, I would say,
I'm hoping you say the person's initials that I'm having in my hand right now.
Princeton? Wait, no. I don't know. Me and Corey have worked. Corey's a beast.
I was saying Chris.
No, Chris is dope. Chris is a performer, though. That dude is... Chris Brown is sick. Also, too, bro, like, I've met all of them growing up, so I see it. I've seen their work ethic. That's what I respect. Like, I've worked with... Jermaine Dupri did the project that I'm about to put out. So I've heard so many stories about Usher that made me like...
Wait, we got JD? Mm-hmm. Yo, let's talk about that. Always wanted something like this. All right, so let's talk about this solo project you got coming out.
Yeah, it's been in the works for like 2 years.
Wow.
In the beginning of the pandemic, I went out to Atlanta. I moved out there and I started recording music with Block and Tricky Stewart, and they introduced me to Jermaine Dupri, and it was really... Because before that, I was recording music on my own. I put out an EP that is really good and like a Christmas EP, but I haven't really recorded music with like people that would challenge me. Wow. And that was an eye-opening experience. Working with Jermaine Dupri was just... Everyone knows Usher's like my top 3 favorite artists. So to be with Jermaine Dupri... And, you know, it was during COVID, so there wasn't no extra people that can come in. It was me, JD, and his engineer, just us 3 for hours and days.
You got one-on-one, personal.
Oh, yeah. JD's the type to, like, if you don't know something, if there's a sample in a record and you don't know the song, then it's like, okay, let's not record the song right now. Learn about what that sample is, who that artist is, why do they do that, and then let's come back to it. So I've learned so much from him. You know, he never stops. Like... We'd be in the studio, and as I'm recording or I'm writing something or talking to the engineer, he's like already working on the next record, or he's like working on, you know, eating healthy with his like vegan ice cream and like staying. That takes a lot of he's vegan. And that takes a lot of focus to like
facts.
So to be in the studio making beats, going on Instagram Live, making sure you get this, study this, what's going on with the news with coronavirus, like just so many things just never stop working. And then outside of me, he's also working on like other artists, you know, projects, Usher, Mariah Carey, like just, and the people that would FaceTime him, I'm just sitting there like, this is just an experience. I'm just gonna soak it all in. Definitely.
Do you have any regrets?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What are some of your regrets?
I only have one regret. And actually, no. Because now that I'm thinking about it, those regrets, I would not be smarter, I would not be stronger mentally if I didn't go through that. I know that. So no, I don't have any regrets. I have some things that I wish I could go back and be like, do it differently because I know better now. But also too, you got to give yourself grace. Like had you known better, you would have did better, and you didn't know better. So
It's so funny, man. Just thinking about what you just said. Wow. It's like you can't have any if you really look at the life that we've created, how we've gotten here.
yeah,
And it's like, we've talked a lot over the years, and it's just, I remember times you're just like, yo, I just need a friend. Somebody that's just not, somebody that's just, that gets it.
I was just talking to another friend on the way over here, and I was like, yeah, Rich has been a really good friend for 10 plus years. Like we've had some deep conversations.
Yeah. And it's so funny. I feel like I could have done better too. I could have done more.
Oh no, everything our long conversations and all that, trust me, has helped me. Cause also too, like at such a young age, you can only remember and really appreciate so much, and it isn't until you experience cause sometimes I feel like you can give advice to somebody that they may not be able to understand or really hear you clearly now. But if you say it one time, maybe in 10 years, they'll experience something and remember that. And a lot of the shit that I've experienced last year, I was like, wait a minute. I remember our old manager saying, like, heartbreak is the worst feeling ever. I was like 12, and I was like, heartbreak? Okay. That was soft, boy. Then I went through heartbreak. I was like, you know what?
What was your first heartbreak?
My first heartbreak.
Story time. Let's go.
My first heartbreak was like a couple years ago. It was just, I was dating somebody, and in my mind, I was so naive. I thought, I was the type of kid that if you said, "Hey, I'm a nice person," I would just believe you because you said it. So I believed a lot, but also too, it was just a hard heartbreak, and I'm dramatic, so I made it was like, no, I'm very dramatic. I'm a Leo rising. I'm just like, we'll make everything bigger than what it is probably. So now that I'm older, I'm like, I probably could have handled that better if I, knew a lot. Yeah. So now if I was to experience that, I can handle it a lot better.
Wow. That's crazy.
What about you? What's your first heartbreak? Yeah, let me flip it on you.
Wow.
Come on. Wow. How old are you?
My first heartbreak. Wow, you really got me thinking now. I'm trying to think of like the real first heartbreak.
Yeah.
I want to say high school. I feel like I dated this one girl and we broke up. I forgot why. I think, to be honest, a lot of my issues in my relationships, I was never present because I was always working. And I didn't have a balance.
What sign are you?
Virgo.
I knew it. I should have guessed it before. Hardest working sign.
Yeah, like nonstop. And this one girl I dated, it sticks with me to this day. She said to me, Rich, it's the little things that count. So, and she taught me that just, there's a lot of women that expect so much, but a lot of people appreciate the little small things. It's just effortless. Yeah, that was probably my first heartbreak. I wanted to be with her. I just don't remember why.
Yeah. But I guess it's good. It wasn't that traumatizing.
Yeah, it wasn't that traumatizing. Now, as you get older, things change a little bit.
Yeah. See, but like you said, you were in high school.
Yeah.
See, all of that, I should have experienced that in high school. But we were on tour so much that it felt like life was like, oh, you're going to experience this, but it's going to catch up to you at any age. So I was like in my mid-20s experiencing all of that. So it was, and it was hard to talk to people because like friends my age had already gone through that. They're in a different mindset. I'm just like, how do you? So it was different, yeah.
What does that feel like when you walk out on stage? Mm-hmm. You have millions of fans screaming at you. Like, did you really soak that in?
Yeah. I documented everything, though. I recorded everything. So I have a file of things. But a lot of it I don't really remember. We were so busy and so young that I forget a lot of it. But one thing I don't forget is the stage. And it just feels good. It's different now because I don't have the boys with me. It was fun having 3 other dudes that we can like joke around. We would see certain fans that come to multiple shows, so we would like do little signals with each other and laugh. It was fun. Being in a group was what I wanted. Like I wanted to be in a group so badly, so I got what I wanted.
My guy, this segment is called Burning Questions. Do you know why they call it Burning Questions?
Well, probably because you're gonna ask me some hard questions, and if I don't answer them, then
there's a consequence.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they got for us today. Let me see.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that. I do not trust that.
You don't trust it?
I don't trust it. It looks beautiful. That's like, honestly, that's like my ex. Beautiful. Don't know what's inside.
So, from the smell of things, if you don't answer these questions, I feel like I smell apple cider vinegar inside of this vegan blueberry muffin.
Okay.
Wow.
Go
Are
ahead.
you ready?
I'm ready.
Wait, let me ask the team. Am I correct? Wow. Yo, when I tell my senses are so on point right now, I can smell the apple cider vinegar on the inside.
Oh my gosh.
Burning
Hold
question
on.
number
How many questions are there?
3.
Oh, let's go. Please,
Ready?
God.
Okay.
I repped you in this interview.
Wait,
Please
so
help me.
question. Does he take a bite or the whole thing? Bite.
Oh, yeah. Come on. I'm trying to kill the kid.
So a bite meaning 3. So imagine that's in 3 sections. That's what you got.
Yeah, but my 3 sections. I'm a small guy.
Ah, this guy.
I nibble.
Burning question number 1.
Go ahead.
If you were facing 25 to life for a crime you didn't commit, but Usher did it and assured you that he would take care of your family with whatever they needed, do you snitch or do you take the sentence?
Oh, see, I want to say snitch because I ain't going to jail, but also too, like, I'm from LA, so we don't snitch. So I'm just going to say I am going to let Usher take care of my family.
So you can go to jail.
I go to jail. I've been arrested a couple times during mindless days.
Really?
Like I said, rebel. Yeah.
Is this an exclusive?
I guess so.
You've never said this in public before? You've never said that
I've
you've
said it to
never
like
said
some fans, but I haven't like said it in an interview, no.
Wow.
No.
I want to know about that.
I could tell you.
But let's get to
They're
this
good.
burning question. Burning question number 2. Tell us a secret you have on a celebrity without saying their name.
It smells horrible, by the way. A secret on a celebrity, but I don't say their name.
Yep.
A secret on a celebrity. Let me think. This is easy. I got this. When I was about 17, me and Ray Ray, who's in the group, we had about 2 weeks off from the group. And we had went to this involves 3 celebrities. We went to one celebrity's house who was like our peer, and spent the night at this celebrity's house. Great. And then the next day we woke up. We were just walking around, seeing the neighborhood. It was a very nice neighborhood. And another celebrity just randomly pulled up and was like, "Get in the car." Didn't know what was happening. We knew who the celebrity was, by the way. Pretty big. She's a female singer. Get in the car. And she like took us up to her crib and she was like, "I'm leaving for the weekend, but I love y'all so much. Just do whatever you guys want." And we threw one of the biggest parties in their house. And this couple lived on top of a hill. Oh, I'm saying a lot. In a very expensive area, and we got like the cops called and all that, and it was pretty bad.
Oh, wow. Is that when you got arrested?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
Wow.
But now they're divorced.
Okay. Copy. That says, hell, everybody getting divorced. They about to start going down the checklist right now.
It's not that hard to if you
Okay.
Google it, it's not that hard to figure out.
All right. Burning question number 3. Tell us your celebrity crush, but you have to FaceTime them or DM them to let them know.
I can DM them. Oh, see, mental health. I deleted the Instagram app, so I don't have the Instagram app.
Why not? Well, you got Twitter.
I deleted Twitter too. All I have is TikTok. But I will, because we're here, I will FaceTime somebody.
Your celebrity crush?
Sure, why not?
Oh
shit! Oh shit!
So please don't answer. Please don't answer. My heart is beating so quick. Dang. I can't do this because she Thank you, Jesus. She was in a committed relationship with my old group members. If I would have said that, that would have been bad.
I wanted that. I wanted the tea for that. I wanted that.
I love you, Zonique. It was Zonique that was FaceTiming.
Oh, okay.
That was gonna be okay, but you know, Zonique, that's like my sister. If I would have said that, she would have been like, "Nigga, what the fuck are you saying?" That would have been embarrassing. But I will DM somebody. We'll see.
You know what? I'm gonna let you off the hook on this one.
Exactly. That's how you flip it. See, one
But you
thing I
gonna
learned in
come back.
relationship is gaslighting. You see, I just gaslit him into thinking he can do what he does, but he couldn't. See what I just did there? Reverse psychology. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Hey, Corey, you can say something. What you gotta say, Corey?
I mean, the muff is still there since we talking big boy talk. I mean,
No,
So you didn't call nobody. So
So I'll DM somebody.
you gotta take a bite
No,
of apple cider
no,
vinegar.
I'm gonna DM
The
my-
people
no,
been waiting.
no, I'm
I
gonna
gotta
DM.
do all this editing to this video. They are waiting to see. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Nuh-uh. Take a bite out of crime.
You take a bite of crowd there.
You first.
Yeah.
No, you.
Oh my God.
You
Dog. Oh my God. This is the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
take a full bite.
No.
The people want to see
My
it.
throat is burning hard. Oh my goodness.
He said, "Where's my water?"
Woo!
It ain't that bad.
Yes, it is. Take a bite.
All right, man.
Oh my God. Corey, how much vinegar did you put?
Yeah, heat it up.
I'm gonna just take this much. Is that cool?
You gotta take more. I took a way bigger bite. Too.
No. Be honest with you.
Oh my.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm.
I love the growth that you
Thanks, man.
like, just who you are today. We've definitely had some dope conversations over the years, man, and just to see where you are now in your mental space, man. I'm glad to
Thank
see you living life.
Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. You doing the damn thing. Every time I see you, it's something you're doing. It inspires me to keep working. Virgo King.
That being said,
We're talking all things entertainment.
Laru.